A storm could be brewing in the boxing, and fans might just get to witness a high-voltage clash between two explosive fighters, Dalton Smith and WBC light welterweight champion Alberto Puello. After an impressive yet not quite sensational win by Dalton Smith over José Germain in Sheffield, promoter Eddie Hearn is eyeing a title opportunity for his rising star. Smith's victory has stirred buzz, but the question remains, will Puello take the bait? Dalton Smith outclassed Germain over 12 rounds, securing a clear, unanimous decision. While the win was dominant, it lacked the kind of highlight reel knockout that could have forced Puello's hand. Smith did manage to knock Germain down 3 times during the fight, once in the second round, again in the 11th, and finally in the 12th, but still couldn't finish him off completely. The final scorecards read 119-105, 119-105, and 117-107, all in favor of Smith. Despite the win, the lack of a knockout left some fans craving more firepower. Eddie Hearn believes that Puello could now be tempted to take on Smith, especially after watching his latest performance. However, Puello is still allowed to take a voluntary defense fight before facing a mandatory challenger like Smith. That flexibility means nothing is guaranteed yet. Smith's performance was solid, but if he really wanted to generate major buzz and pressure Puello into the ring, a brutal finish would have helped massively. Without that, Hearn knows the next move requires strategic planning and maybe a bit of money talk. Smith's natural size is also becoming a major discussion. Even though he's fighting at 140 pounds, he looked much bigger on Saturday night, resembling a small junior middle. Many believe he would be better suited for the welterweight division at 147 pounds, where his power and size would be more balanced against the competition. This raises another challenge. Top-tier fighters at 140 might not be eager to risk it, all against someone with a clear physical edge. Now, everything could come down to what kind of financial deal Eddie Hearn can offer Puello. If Hearn lowballs the champion or insists on the fight taking place in Sheffield with a pro-Smith crowd, Puello might simply walk away. Even if Hearn desperately wants the title fight, boxing politics and money negotiations can be a major hurdle. Without a worthwhile payday and fair terms, Puello has every reason to look elsewhere. The stakes are high, and Eddie Hearn knows that every move from here must be calculated. Dalton Smith's rise has been steady, but to push him into a world title fight, the team must build undeniable hype and momentum. That means either locking in the Puello fight through aggressive negotiations or setting Smith up with another big-name opponent who can elevate his profile further. Without the knockout against Germain, Hearn now has to sell Smith's potential instead of a highlight-filled resume. Boxing fans are also raising eyebrows at the WBC's potential involvement in this scenario. If Smith is being positioned as the mandatory challenger, the organization will have to enforce the fight in a timely manner, but with Puello having the right to a voluntary defense, there's a window of uncertainty, and in boxing, uncertainty often equals delay. If the WBC drags its feet, or if Puello avoids the mandatory, Smith's title shot could be pushed months or even a year down the line. Adding to the complexity is Puello's own situation. The champion knows Smith is a real threat. With his size, strength, and relentless pressure, Smith brings danger that many at 140 pounds would rather avoid. If Puello has doubts, he may insist on a neutral location or a larger purse to make the risk worthwhile, and if those demands aren't met, this title bout might stay just a fantasy for now. Hearn, however, seems committed to making the fight happen. He just needs all the puzzle pieces to fall into place. Then there's the fan perspective. Many are already debating whether Dalton Smith is being pushed too fast. Yes, he's undefeated and powerful, but has he faced enough elite competition? Germain was a solid opponent, but not elite. If Smith jumps from that level straight into a world championship fight against a seasoned champion like Puello, some feel it could backfire. Others believe now is the perfect moment. Strike while the iron is hot and let the chips fall where they may. Lastly, there's always the backup plan, something every promoter keeps in their back pocket. If the Puello fight stalls, Hearn might look for a high-risk, low-profile opponent who can make Smith look like a beast. Another knockout win, another headline-grabbing performance, and Smith could become too popular to ignore. That's the chess game of boxing. Every move counts, and Hearn is plotting the next one carefully. The clock is ticking for Dalton Smith, and every decision from now on could determine whether his career hits the fast lane or stall.